And we're back at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup for 2014 for the third and final Chukka of this third qualifying game. First seed against third seed. And the score tells the tale of the seeding with England 4, Mexico 0. So it's all uphill now for the Mexicans. Definitely doable. And they definitely, with the strike power of Carlos Gracida in their team, they can definitely do it from here. So the umpire's just marshalling the players as they, you'll see these, the green buggies that drag the chain across the field after every Chukka. They just run the chain over just to fill in any divots or smooth out any lumps and bumps, so we have the best possible playing surface for these ponies. We don't want any of the players or the horses to get injured. And the umpire's just waiting for those buggies to leave the field. And the ball's being thrown in now, and it's Carlos Gracida for Mexico with the first hit of the ball. All the work in front of the Mexicans now as Jack Richardson just takes his man and leaves the ball there for Max Charlton, who backs it beautifully across to his other man, Max Rutledge, with the green helmet, but it's Carlos Gracida that's come up with it now. Jack Richardson can't go in there. He's fouled. If he does, he's walked out of the play because he knew he was in the wrong spot. And Carlos Gracida opens the shoulders and it goes out over the back line. So, yeah, so Carlos Gracida copping a whack in the leg from a mallet in the previous Chukka. But he's fine now. Max Charlton bringing the ball in for the English team. Oh, hits it cleanly. It's got a lot of air. It's got hit the fence, but it's gone out over the back line, over the side. So it'll be a throw in by the umpires, probably 50 metres off the back line. Ball gets thrown in. And it's going to be Julio Gracida for Mexico now with the near side shot, but it's Max Rutledge now. Lovely little back shot. First one back there though is Carlos Gracida. Now Max Charlton, big ride off there, but Gracida still able to get the ball to his nephew Julio Gracida now. Julio just trying to get the ball through the legs. The wave, the flag has gone up. And it's goal time for Mexico. So they had to be the first ones to score here, and they were. So it's now 4 goals to 1. And here he goes. Hook gets to keep the ball, leaves it behind for Aguilera, which is a lovely little play there by Mexico. But now it's going to be Rutledge now taking it forward for England, the number 1, hitting it up to Charlton on the black horse. Little back shot there by Aguilar, who gets it to Gracida. Unlucky for Gracida, who the ball hits the pony now. Clearing shot by Julio Gracida. He's a long way from home. Julio Gracida now backs it. Who's going to be the first one there? Charlton can't do much with it. Carlos, a little bit of cat and mouse here with Jack Richardson. Lovely play to Aguilar, who's being hard ridden by the English now. Max Charlton. Aguilar can't keep the dream alive. Little belly shot there by Max Rutledge across to the boards. And it's going to be now Julio Gracida on the grey horse. Hard ridden there. Ball comes up now. Good melee on the boards. Little hit through there by Charlton. Gets a good deflection off the boards to Rutledge, who backs it, but he's not in a position. Now it's going to be Carlos Gracida cleaning it up. Turns the pony around. Looking for someone to hit to. Hits it forward now. Gracida takes the man and leaves it behind for Julio, the nephew. Now, neck shot across. Gracida now. It's going to be Rutledge back, looking for someone. He comes up with a Mexican player now. It's going to be Aguilar taking forward. Little away shot now. Bounces off the leg of the pony of the English player, but it's going to be Jack Richardson who clears it, but he can't get enough on it, or as much as he wanted. Mallet's in the air, looking for, appealing for the line. Who's here? Yep. Umpires agree. The players saying that the Mexican player, we might get a... So what it was, the English player was coming up the line And the Mexican player went across that line. We talked about this earlier on. Once that ball goes in a certain direction, that creates a line. You cannot cross that line and play at the ball unless you were the one that created the line. So the English created that line. They were the first ones onto it. Now, big hit there by Jack Richardson for England. Will it cross the back line? Kept into play by, no. Oh, it was a good attempt there by Charlton. Max Charlton tried to do a little back shot across the field to just get that in the goal mouth, but in doing so went out over the back line. So now it's Carlos Gracida on the chestnut horse. Carlos Gracida being hard ridden by Max Rutledge there. The feisty Englishman going up against the old fox, Carlos Gracida. One of Queen Elizabeth's most favourite players in the world, or has been quoted as saying that he is her favourite player in the world. There he goes with the ball. Carlos Gracida was 10 goals. Now Jack Richardson, maybe on his way to 10 goals. Currently on 5 on the black horse now. Near side shot, lovely little near side shot. Up the board, who's first there? It's all England at the moment. The two Maxes, Max Charlton and Max Rutledge now. But it's Julio Gracida who's turned this play around very quickly, left the ball behind for Carlos Gracida with the white helmet now. Carlos Gracida, hard, big right off end back shot by Max Rutledge now. Julio Gracida from Mexico. It's just, they can turn defence into attack so quickly, but this, it looks dangerous now for the Mexicans. Max Rutledge, lovely little approach shot now by Max Charlton. Will he put another one on? He does so, and it's now 5 goals to 1 in favour of the English. Max Charlton having an amazing game there. He's got the number 3 on his back at the moment.
With 45 seconds left in the Chukka. England.
Max
4 goals in front.
Charlton for
5
England.
to 1 the score.
Having an absolute blinder.
Possession backed up there by Charlton.
Now, Julio Gracida. They have to come up with an answer very quickly. I just don't think they're going to get there this afternoon, the Mexicans. 25 seconds left on the clock. Ball's gone out. A quick throw-in required by the umpires. But it looks like England will wrap this one up here this afternoon. 5 goals to 1, England, with 10 seconds left on the clock. Carlos Gracida, big neck shot down across the field, looking to attack the goals. Hooked out of it there by Max Rutledge. That's the end, and the end of the 3rd game here this afternoon. And the winners, England, 5 goals to 1 over Mexico. The combination of Max Rutledge, Jack Richardson and Max Charlton playing extremely well to neutralise the attack of the Mexicans. The Mexicans being Julio Gracida, Valerio Aguilar and Carlos Gracida at number 3. Didn't have the answers required to beat the English here today, but they were not disgraced. It was a the score did not represent the quality of this game. And the 2 teams will leave the field and get those ponies back and put them in their stable. And at the end of the 3rd, yes, the score line, 5 goals to 1. A very convincing win for the English. And we will be coming back to you after this break with so at the end of the 3rd game here this afternoon, the 3 winners are Hong Kong, China with 2 points, Chile with their 2 points, and England with their 2 points, and the 3 countries that have lost will all sit on the 0 points. So that scoreboard tells the story, and there'll be plenty more games tomorrow, and we'll be back shortly with the wrap-up of today's games.